Hello everyone and welcome to TYT Sports, a very fantastic show on this Friday. J.R. Jackson is here and my uncle, Michael Schur, the brother of Ben Mankiewicz, is here. Hello friend, how are you?
I am neither.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the running joke, obviously.
Yeah,
the MOTs of the world. So let's continue on as we shall. Major League Baseball has decided to institute replay. It is incredibly surprising because we all thought that this old sort of fraternity of Major League Baseball would never ever change their ways. It was a 30-0 vote. A few of the plays that they can review, if we shall. First base, home plate, and basically all the bases except for the neighborhood call. Now, before I even go further, shouldn't that be reviewed?
What?
The neighborhood call, when they're turning a double play.
Yes, that should be reviewed. I mean, although there's some things that are part of baseball that are understood, and the neighborhood call is one of them. And listen, if there's one thing that we've all been saying for years is baseball has to find a way to slow the games down. And I think that adding replay, I think stopping a baseball game to look at tape like they do in the NFL, that's just what baseball needs right now.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I understand why they're going in that direction. I mean, the umpires, the game is too fast for the umpires in lots of cases. But the neighborhood call.
Too fast how?
Well, too fast in that the plays happen at such a bang clip, faster than they ever have. The pitchers more pitchers are pitching harder, there are more balls that are going in play than were, I would think, certainly in this decade and the previous decade, you know, than the others. I don't know if the 2000s have been more than the 90s. But so listen, like every game, you know, in football they're bigger and they hit harder and the plays move faster. But they have to find there has to be stuff that they can't review. So they have to put things in there because otherwise these games are going to be interminable.
I feel like I missed. I want to make sure the neighborhood call is or is not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not reviewable.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
actually.
I am too. Yeah.
You're okay with it as well.
Yeah, only because. That's one of the exciting aspects of the game. You know, it's one of the things people like to see, and they know.
The neighborhood call is one of those.
No, not that it's a call, but like you want to see double plays are awesome.
Right? Double plays are great. But what I think it speaks to more is that baseball is a game about nuance, and there's some things that we've known about forever that haven't bothered us. The thing that bothers us is when Jeffrey Mayer interferes with a ball, or when there's a play at the plate where the guy.
The Yankees? Weren't you happy about that?
Well, I mean, yes, but I'm saying in terms of the
I know. I understand.
If you looked at it again, you would have seen it. If the umpires had the luxury of that, I don't want to know that a home run was called a foul ball when it was a home run. A call at the plate, if it's a run and the umpire missed the call there, it should be a run.
Well, no, go ahead.
As far as the whole good old boys or the old crusty men who wouldn't change their ways.
You forgot White as well, old crusty White.
All these things would change. Like we're talking about how the NCAA is now at least implementing a little bit of this playoff thing now, and then we know the review came in for NFL and even college. Baseball is going to do it. I'm not too surprised, only because there's so much more money in all these sports now. These things mean a lot more now. From one call to another, it could change a game, could change a series, could change a championship. So they can't screw this up anymore because there's too much money at stake. There's too many people getting paid and paying to be in these games.